What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Lightbringer. Yes, indeed. Lightbringer fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and Krauser wanted to see me react to this song by Lightbringer called Hyperion. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by ZMZ, okay? And the video has 167 views. Not 167,000, just 167 views. Not gonna get you there, sorry. No, like, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure everything is fine about this. I'm sure we're not gonna have any problems with it. I'm just saying, 167 views, it's not gonna get you there.
Absolutely,
Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Lightbringer, Hyperion, English lyrics, Romanji. Lyrics may or may not be encoded hard encoded into the video. I can't download subtitles, unfortunately. My downloading software it'll only download the audio and the video. So the lyrics are not hard encoded into the video itself. I can't get them. So if there's subtitles available, that's great. That's wonderful, but I can't grab them, unfortunately. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Sure enough. This doesn't sound like a solo at this point. I have mixed feelings. I really do. I know everybody's wondering what I think about the bass tapping solo and what I think about the guitar solo. I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, folks. I've heard them do this before. I've seen everything and heard everything that they just did in this song. I've heard from them before. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm surprised, because I'm not. I hate to say it, but I kind of expect that from them. So, was it done well? Yeah, absolutely. It was done well. Was it done, cleanly, precisely? Absolutely, yes. Am I impressed by it? Quite frankly, no, I'm not. I've heard them and seen them do this before. So, I can't sit here and say I'm impressed or I'm blown away, because I've seen it before. One thing that did kind of surprise me was the direction of their songwriting for this song. They're really taking a page out of power metal. Writing a song that is dominantly in a minor feel and in a minor key, going in a minor direction until they get to the chorus, where all of a sudden they switch to a major. Very power metal-ish. You hear a lot of power metal bands follow that formula, where we're going along in a minor feel, minor feel, minor feel. Here comes the chorus, major feel. Coming out of the chorus, now this is where things also get interesting. They went to the minor, coming out of the chorus, they went back to the minor, back up to the major, and then when they went into their solo section, they went back to the minor feel again. Interesting. And then these solos that everybody got, guitar solo, followed by bass solo, followed by keyboard solo. Very power metal-ish. Not, I wouldn't say it follows power metal to the T. But it definitely follows in the same vein and the same direction. It's a little different approach than what we've seen from Lightbringer in the past. So that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. But as far as what they're playing instrumentally, I'm not impressed. I will say they did it well. Sure, I would even go as far as to say, as far from a musicianship standpoint, they're doing a great job. I'm even willing to go that far. But that's as far as I'm willing to go, because it's nothing new. So anyway, let's keep going here. Okay. I mean, not exactly what I was expecting from them. The songwriting definitely is a little bit of a different direction, a little bit of a deviation from what they normally do, but it sounded just fine. I got no issues with it. It was a nice change of pace for them. I pretty much said everything I needed to say during the course of the reaction. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I guess we'll just hit some bullet points and call it a day. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lightbringer with Hyperion. This was a request from Krauser. Okay, I was right when I was wrapping things up on the reaction. I said everything I needed to say during the course of the reaction. So there's really not a whole lot to talk about. So I'm going to hit some bullet points, and we're probably going to have a pretty short review here. So if you really want to know what I thought about the song, go back and watch the reaction again, and that'll pretty much sum everything up that you need as far as, you know, my thoughts, my expanded thoughts. Hit some bullet points, call it a day. Let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.2. What does that mean? Well, an 8.2 would translate to a great scale rating, so overall, I think this was a great song. It would get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.2, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay. I said this during the reaction. I'm gonna briefly touch on it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be blown away by things I'm not blown away by, okay? So I know everybody's, really hoping that, that I'm gonna be blown away by the guitar solo. I'm gonna be blown away by the bass tapping. I'm gonna be blown away by the keyboard playing. Guys, I've seen it before. I've seen it before from Lightbringer, and I've also seen it from other bands. And I'm gonna be very honest here. I've seen other bands do it better, okay? I'm not trying to put Lightbringer down. I'm not. What they did was fine. What they did was a great job. But if you're gonna ask me to be impressed and be blown away by, things that they did during the course of the song, I'm sorry, that's just not gonna happen, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that. As far as the musicianship, let's start there, okay? I think musicianship-wise, instrumentally, I think everybody across the board did a great job, okay? I do. I think everybody played cleanly. I thought everybody played accurately. They showed some great technique. Yes, they did. Absolutely. I think the bass player's tapping solo, he did a great job on it. Absolutely. The guitar solo, if I'm being honest, at times it got one-dimensional. He spent a lot of time sweep picking. I know he's capable of more than that. I know he is. I know he's capable of far more variations on technique than just sweep picking. But he did spend quite a bit of time sweep picking and tapping. And it did at times get a little one-dimensional. It still sounded good. It was still well executed. It was still well and cleanly done. But I'm just saying, from a playing aspect, watching him do it, listening to what he was doing, it just got a little one-dimensional. The drumming was solid all the way across the board. I got no complaints about the drumming. The drumming was great. Keyboard playing, I could definitely appreciate what the keyboard player was doing. Not so much from the soloing aspect. His solo was short. It was short and sweet. Everything else he was doing, though, during the course of the song, filling out and adding voicings when necessary, like inappropriately, adding the choral voicings during the course of the chorus, oddly enough, adding that choral patch with the voicings. That was nice. I thought that was a nice touch. It definitely added to the song as a whole. Vocally, I think she did a fine job. I didn't hear anything over the top. I didn't hear anything overly exaggerated. Her vibrato had nice control, a nice wavelength on it. Her tone, her pitch, her diction, her vowel formation, her projection, her power all sounded just fine. Got no issue with anything she did either. the thing that kind of impressed me a little bit was they kind of deviated a little bit away from their typical songwriting style, and they really kind of adopted more of a power metal style as far as chordal progression goes, and feel, and not so much feel, but like the direction of the song. So we're coasting along from the intro all the way through to the chorus. We're coasting along at this nice minor feel. We hit the chorus, and all of a sudden we switch up to a major feel, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's very power metal-ish. I wasn't expecting that. Then we go in transitioning into the guitar solo. Now, before we hit the solo, we had this transitional section where we went back to the minor, but then we went back up to the major again. I didn't see that coming. That was a surprise. That was nice. I liked it. It worked, and it transitioned very nicely into the guitar solo. I don't know if I mean, technically, I guess you would call that a bridge, technically. It was interesting. It was well done. And like I said, it caught me off guard because I was not ready I was expecting the minor. I was expecting coming out of the solo for them to go back into the minor, very power metal-ish, but wasn't expecting it to go back into major so quickly as a transitional piece into the solo section. So there was that. I mean, that was nicely done. Overall, I would say this is great. You know, I will absolutely say that. I'm not blown away by it. I'm not shocked by anything. I'm not impressed by anything, but they did a solid, great job across the board. I mean, I got no complaints. The only thing I might have a little bit of a gripe with was the guitar solo being a little one-dimensional at times. But I mean, other than that, it was fine. No, overall, great job. 8.2. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here at a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got an 8.2, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.